Get to the midday. Wow.
So, so Michael is the guy who's like the washed up former like mafia wannabe
I am.
fella. Trevor is the deranged psycho, and Franklin is the guy who just basically falls into the story and gets in way over his head. So basically, at the end, they try to set up this dilemma like the evil, nasty crime lords are like, Franklin, you have to either kill Michael or you have to kill Trevor. And then you either kill one of them or you kill the like crime lords or whatever. And then it's the end. But I mean, it's like, I mean, first off, why would anyone not just cap Trevor in the face? Because, like, seriously, it's only a matter of time before that guy snaps and comes after you. Like, it's kind of amazing that somebody like that would have lived even this long. But I don't know. You look at the lives of real criminals, and sometimes it's, I say real criminals, like, you know, just people.
Yeah, people. We got a nice weapon here.
Whatever, what's their point of this? Grand Theft Auto 5 voted Game of the Year from several gaming publications. What else came out that year? 2013.
We got all the people on the ship. We got no weapons to use them with. That's the sad part. I have an idea.
But okay, BioShock Infinite, The Last of Us, and Legend of Zelda: Link Between Worlds all came out in 2013, and there were people who picked GTA 5 over those games.
Are you serious?
Papers, Please, Wonderful 101. You've got to be joking.
You've got to be kidding me.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
That really is.
Who even gives a shit about GTA 5? Like,
I mean, the multiplayer aspect
what
is
is
amazing, but other than that, it's not really got much else. I mean, okay, maybe it's got some cool moments.
Multiplayer doesn't count, okay? The only game that ever had good multiplayer was none of them. Like, I play video games. I don't play video games that I can spend even more time fucking around with idiots on the internet or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, local multiplayer is a different story, maybe, but it's not like anyone makes anything that's got local multiplayer anymore.
True.
No, they want you to buy, 5 copies of the game. 1 for you, and then 4 for your friends who might play it with you once, and then will disown you.
Dude, your friends just disown you.
Yeah.
Wow, that sucks.
But, I mean, if you want a good Grand Theft Auto game, which one was it with Nico Bellic? Was that Vice City?
No, Nico Bellic had that was GTA 4 the Liberty City. Vice City had Tommy Vercetti.
Nico is the best GTA protagonist. Like, who gives a crap about the losers from GTA 5? Nico is an honest man doing an honest man's job. Okay. Self-made, man. Seriously though, Slender: The Arrival came out in 2013, and they picked GTA 5 over Slender, the greatest video game of all time. Sorry, did I say video game? I meant tech demo of all time. Tech demo that ever became incredibly popular on the internet because people like to watch PewDiePie's ugly fucking Swedish mug contort as he pretends to be shocked over things that aren't scary, and then whisper rape threats into the microphone.
Does he?
Because, well, not to his viewers, not aimed at his viewers, I would hope. But he, for a while, his thing was kind of that he would just sort of randomly mumble the word rape into the microphone for a while, and then shriek with his ungodly voice.
I see. I guess there are some of those out there who do like that kind of entertainment, which is fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with
It's not fine, and it's not fine. It's not entertainment, but there's way more of them than there are of me, and nobody gives a shit about me. So, I mean, clearly PewDiePie is the one who's doing it right, which I just have to live with that. He's not losing any sleep over it.
True. No worries, brah. It's all good.
If there was ever a person who was like genetically engineered to make me vomit in disgust, PewDiePie he's up there. In large part because I've been watching Let's Plays since
2006 or 7.
No, for a long time, and then.
Yeah, actually, it was by you that introduced me. So, in many ways, from all the way back then, if you hadn't shown me this, I probably wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now. If anything.
Well, since the end result of Let's Play has been people like PewDiePie, I think we can call it a failed experiment.
There's always going to be those out there, even those who people, if they want it to do a certain way, they can do it for them.
Hey, I can live without Slow Beef and Super Great Friend and Super Best Friends, all those people. I can find other things to do with my time. The fact that PewDiePie comes along with the package and his ilk, who are Legion, is kind of a deal breaker.
I see.
Anyway, I mean, it's meaningless for me to say something like that, but when Slow Beef's the one saying it, then yeah. Mr. Let's Play superstar, Mr. Guy who came up with the concept and then never became popular, and then other people took all of his ideas and not necessarily did it better, but did it in a way that they became absurdly popular and successful.
Everyone, pile on.
Dude,
what's going on?
Did you know that there's a game called Iron Man 3, the official game, mind you, not one of those unofficial games.
I see what you mean.
Okay, just work with me here. If you were making a game based on Iron Man, Iron Man 3 specifically, I'm not sure that really matters for the purposes of this question, but if you were making a game based on Iron Man, what sort of game would it be, and what platform would you would you aim for?
I'd probably put it on the. I'd probably put it on the Nintendo DS and just call it like. It's pretty much the first game that was gifted to me was an Iron Man game. It was based on the first one. It had ironmongers and stuff in it.
I think I actually remember you playing that, but
Yeah.
yeah. So, okay, so basically what you're telling me is that you would not make it an iOS game, which is an endless runner where you dodge objects.
Whoa. It's pretty out there already.
I mean that's it. That's that's the. I hesitate to use the word game. And something tells me, by the way, that Iron Man 3, the official game, is not as good as, say, Robot Unicorn Attack.
What is, dude?
Well, I mean, the game only came out years and years ago, or however long it was since Adult Swim made it as, a joke. So you can't expect, companies with actual money who care about what they're doing to have caught up to that level of sophistication.
Of course not. That's ridiculous. Why would you even ask something like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like Planescape Torment came out 5,000 years ago, and it was a game way ahead of its time. You can't expect video game makers to be literate or to do. I just. What are you doing? You're doing the same thing that you were doing 10 minutes ago when I looked at this.
It's.
Did you ever play Limbo?
I played the demo of Limbo. It was pretty interesting. It's one of those atmospheric games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know if Limbo was the. I forget which game was the first one to do the little kid running around in a creepy, dangerous environment, and it's all very I know Limbo is has the black and white, shadowy, the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And now that's a whole genre, but I don't know if Limbo was one of the games that started it, or whether it was one of the ones that was just riding the bandwagon. But I've heard it was pretty good.
It was.
I was watching a Let's Play of it, and they didn't play through the whole game. They were just playing through the first hour. But from what they said, and I kind of agreed, was the beginning is kind of the best part.
Have a good night, Giving 909. Or day. Pleasure for you to come out, especially during the first part of the stream where we were playing Artemelico. We might play again tomorrow, depending. But, yes. Have a good night, man. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't have any oxygen.
Who made Kane and Lynch?
Kane and Lynch? That's a good question. I forget exactly who.
I guess it was IO Interactive. I don't know. Kane and Lynch it's an interesting game.
It really is.
I think it's definitely a bad game, but there are things about it that are interesting. There were some good sort of set pieces, I guess you could say.
Ah, yeah. Alright, we got out of that barely, but we need a new weapon. If we get to Sector 8 at least, even if we don't defeat the flagship, we will get to see the the sea unlock for this ship. So that'd be pretty nice. I hope so. Oh man.
No way.
Request some scrap. Aww.
Why is Scorpion going to be on the cover of Mortal Kombat 10?
Man, are they doing a loop now? Because originally they had like maybe like a total of 8 or 10 characters at first.
Well, that's kind of a loaded question because I think a lot of Mortal Kombat characters are just like either reskins or just recolors of one another. Like, how many different versions of Sub-Zero are there?
Well, I'm gonna try. So first was Sub-Zero, the original. Scorpion, Smoke, Rain, Noob Saibot, Reptile. Shinrax doesn't really count because it's more a cyborg.
Does he look like
He has the armor.
Sub-Zero?
He has the armor, but his head looks completely different.
Hmm.
So
Well, I guess that's at least some effort? Question mark?
Effort, possibly. The whole muscle. Okay, how are we gonna get through this?
Have you seen Devora? It's going to be one of the new characters in Mortal Kombat 10.
Not at all. I do not recall Deborah.
Well, I don't blame you for not recalling her because she's in a game that hasn't come out yet. But she's going to be one of the new fighters in Mortal Kombat 10. And apparently she's like an insect woman who like spawns insects to fight. Seems kind of fucked up. Not gonna lie.
For some of the folk of the fan base of Mortal Kombat, they'd say that's hot as hell. Yeah.
Apparently, Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade's daughter is going to be a character.
Hey. It's pretty good. Alright, we definitely got them on lockdown. But this is Ion Blast working perfectly now. We need the fuel. I don't want to risk it. Store. Alright. You better give me a better weapon, so help me God. Okay.
Sub-Zero is commonly included on lists of the best video game ninja characters. That's a very specific list to make.
Yeah. Video game ninjas? What else is there?
Well, I mean, best video game character is already a pretty narrow category because most video game characters aren't. Video games generally don't place a high priority on character, and I'm not saying that's not like a bad thing. That's just part of the medium. Is the main character is the player.
Yeah.
So, like Link in Legend of Zelda doesn't really have a personality because you control him. So
yeah, he's a blank slate. You're supposed to impose your will upon the blank slate. So it's
or Jack Slate.
Jack Slate.
He's not a blank slate. He's a Jack Slate. I don't know what the difference is, but I'm afraid to challenge him.
City Hall.
Yeah, so I don't know, like, aren't all video game ninjas pretty much the same?
Ninja.
They're all just, I mean, Sub-Zero, like, some of them have, like, different powers and stuff, but they all have the same personality.
Roughly. Same idea.
Hey, Steve Bloom's gonna voice Sub-Zero in the new Mortal Kombat, so he is continuing on his quest to just voice every character in every form of medium ever.
Fantastic. I. Oh no, Ion Blast. Get that shit out of the way.
Now, there's another great question: is why are there lists of best video game ninja character?
EP. They just want to say that they have the best.
No, but it's like like all the gaming magazines that I like, Screw Attack and people like that. They make lists of like best video game ninja characters.
Ninja.
It's like how many video game ninja characters can you think of off the top of your head besides Sub-Zero and his 10,000 clones?
Yeah, you're gonna have to give me a second. Okay, video game ninja, Ryu Hayabusa from the Ninja Gaiden, Shinobi. Uh,
Hang on, is Shinobi? Well, the original Shinobi was like a guy.
yeah.
The other Shinobi games, I don't know.
Are they like undead or something like that?
Yeah, I don't think they're all the same character. Like Shinobix, that the one that recuperated was.
Oh man.
That guy was, what was his name? Kyo, in his ridiculous white outfit. Who I didn't really understand what was going on in that game. But yeah.
I guess other besides Ryu Hayabusa, I guess on the Metal Gear Rising, Raiden. Because
They nickname Gray Fox and Raiden the Cyborg Ninja, but are they really ninjas?
In Metal Gear Solid 4, he is more ninja than he is horrible robot monster killer in Revengeance. At least
no, but he's just Gray Fox. Like in Metal Gear Solid 4, Raiden, like his whole character arc is that he has become Gray Fox, like from the original Metal Gear games and stuff. Except he, doesn't turn against you.
Gray Fox.
Or what was his name? Like Steve Yeager, whatever.
I was about to say Aaron Yeager. Jack Yeager or something like that. No, I'm getting things mixed up.
Yeah, I think Raiden is Jack.
Yeah, Raiden is Jack, and Jack is back.
All I remember is Solid Snake's real name is David.
Yeah.
Because I think they just named him after David Hayter.
Okay. Do you see this? Do you see how many ion weapons we have now?
I went to go click on the Skype window, but I accidentally clicked on the Steam window instead. I can work with this, so I can see that you are playing a basketball, and you are being assailed by the evil Community Hub. Achievements, forums, related groups. Wow, this enemy ship has a lot of weapons. Like right review. Quick mark, view all achievements.
You got it. Okay, achievements viewed. I don't have that many.
Well, that's all I got. I can't believe how big Sub-Zero's article on Wikipedia is. And like half of it is citations. They're references. I noticed that they do not talk about his amazing turn as the protagonist of Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
The most best Mortal Kombat game.
Alright. 2 sectors away. As Commando Cat had originally said, prepare your aims for Zoltan Type C. We will get there. Hopefully. Hopefully. Distress. Oh, help, we need fuel. For the love of God. Oh. I really will wish them luck. I have no fuel myself. Distress. We're out of fuel too.
I clicked on the Skype thing again. Whatever.
Yes? What's going on Skype? You see the screen share? Possibly?
Yeah, I'm sure it's working. I'm reading about Mortal Kombat on Wikipedia for some reason.
No worries, man. No worries. Alright, who do we got here?
Machinima did a Mortal Kombat web series.
That sounds
It's a live-action Mortal Kombat web series. Excuse me, I don't believe live-action is a form of machinima. What is machinima up to these days?
Okay, what's going on here?
So, nothing.
I don't know why. It's just taking the energy out. It's just not even letting me do anything with it. Really unfortunate. Might as well have the guy floating around.
What game was I just playing that was getting really annoying because of the bugs? The interface. Fuck, I don't know.
Okay, something's happening with my mouse. Where's my mouse? I have to unplug it and then re-plug it in.
I would assume that your mouse is in your hand.
No, that's the sun is in my hand. Solar Boy to Django.
Oh, well, maybe that's the problem.
Shit, I should have known that. Wow, PC's giving off a lot of heat.
That's probably just my voice ringing through the internet, making your PC all hot and bothered.
Oh my. There we go, found it. I've had that happen once before, where the PC just kind of just doesn't want to work. Like the mouse gets stuck on an operation.
It's probably Machinima's fault.
It's always their fault.
So you know, one like video game question that I want to get the answer to above possibly all others.
What is it?
Is I want to know Who at Sega is allowing these horrible half-baked Sonic games to come out? Not all of them. There's enough of them between like Sonic 2006 and Sonic Boom.
I'm gonna have to restart FTL.
Oh, well, wow. Do you know that Dota 2 was the 8th highest critically reviewed game according to Metacritic from 2013?
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Thoroughly.
The Last of
Much
Us
better.
and The Last of Us and Grand Theft Auto 5 were better than Super Mario 3D World. On what planet?
What?
Grand Theft Auto 5 isn't even a good game, let alone the best game from 2013. Who reviews these games?
Well, there are
Just
a
like
few.
anyone on the internet anyone who can figure out how to use the internet is suddenly like, their opinion suddenly matters, because that's not how the way it works. Actually, I guess that is the way it works, but it's not the way it should work. Damn it!
So you got it.
Oh, they totally made a Dr. Luigi game, and that wasn't the highest rated game from 2013.
It's small bomb. Again. Why?
I mean, come on, dude. You know I'm right. Like, nobody even remembers Metal Wolf Chaos, except for, like, random internet people.
Unfortunately.
And meanwhile, people give all these massive props to garbage like the Dota games and clones and Grand Theft Auto.
Again, Dota has a huge multiplayer setting, which unfortunately is what a lot of reviewers are going for. And
Okay, because
I'm not saying that's a good thing, but that's what they're going for, which sucks. Believe me, I'm just as disgusted as you are.
Why didn't everybody stick with StarCraft?
StarCraft is a good game.
Well, StarCraft was the in my opinion, which is fact, StarCraft was and remains the best game in its genre that has ever been made.
Wow.
Sort of like how I was about to say Planescape Torment is the best RPG that's ever been made, but I'd have to think about that. There have been some pretty good RPGs made over the years.
Yeah.
And I don't know, RPGs are like, it also kind of depends on like what you want to get out of the game. Like, I'm sure that there are people who would be like, I'm sure there are people who would pick like Chrono Trigger over Planescape Torment in a heartbeat, and I'm not sure I could tell them that they're wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that would be kind of a hard one to do.
So, but I mean, StarCraft is like, there's never been a better strategy game made. Certainly not StarCraft 2. And then Warcraft 3 is like, I don't get Warcraft 3. Well, have you played any of the Warcraft games? I might just talk to myself.
Warcraft? I do not recall.
Well,
What are we gonna get out of this? That's true. Yeah.
There's nobody left except me and you. I can say whatever I want,
This is true, but it is being
which is
recorded.
very different from the way it was before. Hmm?
It's still being recorded, both by Twitch and myself. So by all means, be as racist and as biggest and as horribly xenophobic as possible.
Did you say biggest?
Yes.
I don't know what biggest means, but I really want to be that.
Well, I'm a smallest.
Biggest. Is that like being prejudiced against big people or small people?
I don't know. That might be a part of biggest terminology that I just don't understand. Double Island. I want to have
Best
the
PC game. 800,000 concurrent players. Actually, just last month, Dota 2 became the first game on Steam to have over 1 million concurrent players. On this planet, there were over 1 million people playing Dota 2 at the same time on Steam.
On Steam.
So, I don't know if that means that maybe there were even more people who weren't on Steam. I don't know how Dota 2 works.
Just the servers there must be literally like factories worth. Just to handle all that bandwidth.
It's Valve. They can do that.
Oh yeah, we keep forgetting. Valve and we trust.
God, I hate Dota.
I don't blame you, man.
I mean, I've never played it or anything, so honestly, when I say I hate Dota, I'm not necessarily talking about, like, the game itself. I just hate what games like that. I hate the people who play games like that. Just obsessive, fucking unbelievably deep and complex game. Fucking retarded.
Yeah. I have 6. I have to increase my ship twice in order to use all of that. If I sell my Ion Blast, I can get a charge too. Okay. Store.
Inhospitable community. Maybe that's the term I'm searching for.
There you go. That's probably it.
Your stream is not working, by the way.
Oh, it's working. I'm seeing it says streaming. You probably have to reload the page. Wow. We lucked out pretty hard there. Restricts. Perhaps we can do that quest real quick.
See, now I'm thinking, like, how to put into words my instinctual dislike of Dota and the Dota clones.
And its ilk.
Because I know there's like Dota, but then there's also like the other Dota that's not called Dota, but it's just Dota.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Something of fire. there was Dota. There was a big war between them too. Like which one was better? There was Dota and I can't remember. You'd have to put in like Dota big rivalry with, and you'll probably find it.
I mean, clearly the winner is the one that Steam picked.
True.
But yeah.
Now they're gonna give me weapons. Now you're gonna give me weapons. Sons of bitches. Oh yeah, sons of bitches.
Because I actually like competitive StarCraft. You know, I mean, I don't hate multiplayer only. I don't hate multiplayer focused games just because they're multiplayer focused games. There's just something about Dota and games like it that really fucking rub me the wrong way. A big part of it is probably the community, but that's like everyone on the internet sucks. So that's nice.
It goes without saying. Okay, we may not have weapons, but we have people. We're gonna send people. Alright, I've come across this before. Captain Waddle Dee had a little bit of a problem with me literally stealing the supplies of the civilians. I don't really have any... Yeah, exactly. Fuck them. Normally I wouldn't do this in real life, but this isn't real life and this is a game. It's specifically engineered to make you as evil as possible in the game. So, should we kill people?
Dude, if you were in the situation, like, morality has its place, and it's not on a battlefield. True. Or in space, which is the kind of battlefield in the future.
In the field.
See, the thing is that war itself is like the greatest evil that humanity is capable of. Once you're already in the shit, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's not like they're going to perform atrocities.
Once you're part of it, then the only thing that matters is survival.
Yeah. That I'm gonna have to agree with. Alright, you're on sensors, man on a mission, your mission is to kill everybody on it with my good buddy Garbuck.
I can probably do that.
Good job.
Did you know Dota 2 has 3 writers? And one of them is Mark Laidlaw?
Who's Mark Laidlaw?
He's one of the, like, main dudes at Valve. He worked on the Half-Life games.
Wow.
What writing is there in Dota 2? Like, do the characters have, like, little lines they say when you click on them, I guess? I mean, there's only 10,000 of them, so I guess somebody had to write it.
True. Put out fire, put out fire. Put out fire. Alright.
I guess maybe I dislike Dota 2 because it seems to provoke the same, like, psychological response in people as something like WoW does, where they just turn it into their whole life.
I see what you mean.
Whether that's deserved or not. Because, like, you know, somebody who, like, plays, plays, like, any kind of competitive sport, like a sport or anything, whatever you want to call it, where, like, that's your money, that's your career.
Yeah, that's your career.
You make your living there, then it's understandable that you turn it into your entire life, because it is your entire life.
Kind of is. Just to that point.
But other people, it's like these. There are still people who play World of Warcraft, like billions of people. Like, I'm pretty sure there's more people playing World of Warcraft than there are humans on the planet by this point.
That's a heavy one there.
And it's just not right. I know what gets me about World of Warcraft is there's so many better things that people could be doing. You know, like better video games, better multiplayer games, better activities that you could do, you know, not involving the computer. If you were into that kind of thing, which God knows I'm not.
Exactly.
And yet, you settle for World of Warcraft, which is like the most scientifically precisely engineered exercise in unending tedium that has ever existed on the planet.
Some people like it that way.
Oh, apparently a lot of people like it that way.
Yep. If you feed the addiction, people will keep coming.
I don't understand. It's like, because I know like for some people it's like the whole social thing where I don't know, like they try the game once and they just happen to meet some people online that they like, and basically they just do it and they hang out with like their friends.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people like that's kind of their why they play Minecraft so much.
Yeah.
They have like little communities and you play multiplayer. I mean, there's actually like I personally don't like Minecraft all that much, but
Yeah.
that's just me. But like, you could play Minecraft instead of WoW.
Exactly.
Like, I mean, there's a hell of a lot more to Minecraft. I mean, like, if nothing else, there's so many mods for Minecraft. You can basically just do anything you want, including have a harem of bikini-clad block girls attend your every whim.
I know, it's the best, isn't it?
I can't fucking believe somebody made that.
I know, right?
The thing that gets me is I can't figure out if if it's some kind of stupid joke or if they legitimately are so obsessed with Minecraft that they actually think that like people made out of blocks are like sexy.
Sexy. Sent out their hacking now. Okay.
Isn't Nexon the company that made MapleStory?
Yes, yes it is.
It totally is.
Well, Nexon of Korea. Nexon of America was the one that ported it over here.
Well, so what does Nexon of America do?
Nexon of America pretty much keeps tabs on it, make sure it's nice, good.
Oh, they also made Mabinogi. Huh.
Yes, that they did. Keep in for shields.
But yeah, like, why would you play WoW when you could, you know, get a group of people together and play, like, I don't know, Dungeons and Dragons or something?
I know, right?
Where you're actually, like, playing an RPG as opposed to WoW, which is not an RPG. I don't even know, like, what genre WoW would fit into. Because it's clearly not a role-playing game, because you're not playing any kind of role. There's no real story, because a game like WoW, nothing can happen in the story. Like, the world can never change, the story can never advance, because it has to be, like, you know, the same experience for, like, everyone.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter if you beat a boss because the boss is still going to be there when you or like the next player comes along to fight them. It doesn't matter. So there's no. And I mean, the gameplay is basically a joke. It's like you press numbers to make numbers happen, and then sometimes you die.
Those numbers make me feel very, very important. Okay. There's that. That. Okay. We might be able to do this. I think. We just have to stay on the offensive.
That's great. I'm reading the Wikipedia article on Mabinogi, and somebody, like they do on Wikipedia, random people will like edit it and they'll just sneak in like weird, like random words or sentences or whatever into the article just to see how long before somebody notices.
Oh yeah? What happened to it?
This says, the commerce system of Mabinogi is based on William Shakespeare's The Merchant of Venice. Like, do you remember the part in The Merchant of Venice when Shylock like ranked up his sewing skill or whatever, and then he got older, so he had skill points?
Yeah, he had to go back in time so he had more decks so he could do it more properly.
Yeah, you remember that from Merchant of Venice?
Yeah,
that's what that story was about, right? By Shakespeare.
Yeah, by Shakespeare.
Because Shakespeare is so big in South Korea. Yeah, that cracked me up.
I want to do the quest, but I won't be able to. Oh well, I'm taking the drones with me. Defense drone. Okay. Take their shields down.
Yeah, ultimately, massively multiplayer. An MMORPG is like at least the WoW, the ones that are like WoW, it's like a oxymoron. That's probably not the right word.
I could see that.
EVE Online, on the other hand, is quite possibly the greatest RPG ever made. Because you do play a role. You play the role of a puny nobody who is just wheat for the engines of industry and commerce to grind on, and quite commonly grind all over you. And there's like 10 people who have like thousands of dollars worth of real money swag, and then there's you who gets to spend all of your time like mining asteroids until you're murdered by pirates.
Pirates.
EVE Online is kind of an awesome game.
People do lose their shit on that stuff.
Well, dude, that's because EVE Online, like, there's real money at stake.
I know.
Like, if your clan has some of those dreadnought ships and you get one blown up, that's like, what, a couple $1,000 just down the hole?
Oh yeah. All of it.
Mabinogi is like, whatever. Why don't they make the game that people really want? Just, get it out of everybody's system. Just make a game that's like a massively multiplayer online dating sim.
Yeah, it's called eHarmony. OK Cupid.
No, but
Slut
I don't.
Roulette. The list goes on.
No, but I don't want to associate with real people. I want an anime waifu.
And that is Gaia Online. And I actually can say that because I have been on Gaia Online. And it is like
I hear Gaia Online is a little funny because it's one of the few communities in the world that is tremendously female dominated.
yeah.
That's just what I hear. I guess if that's true, it actually makes sense that I would not know much about it.
I unfortunately
But it's like,
fix the ship, please.
Gaia Online.
It's
Yeah, Gaia Online isn't. It's not a game though, right? It's
no,
like
it was
basically a
forum.
social networking thing.
Yeah, it was a forum for the longest time until they started to add more little stuff to it. Like they used to have the fishing thing, the whole Gambino thing. That their biggest push was the Oh My God, which was supposed to be where your avatar actually could do things in their game world. But in my experience, that particular expenditure was just look at this character go back and forth, walk a little bit. They had
Well,
rings.
hey,
That had
that's all. That's all that the half-minute hero is.
But Half Minute Hero makes it look cool, and
No,
it has a
doesn't.
storyline.
Half-minute hero is deliberately goofy. You know the battles where, where your hero just
Got it.
runs into the monster and you just bounce off each other until one of you dies.
Of course, but that's why you level
That's
up.
not a
So you do
that's
more
not a
damage.
bad. I'm just saying.
Fine, fine.
Why do I get the feeling that even if Gaia Online has a mostly female user base, all the people who actually run it are men?
Let's see that. Oh, check that out. Got a store.
Oh wow, I never would have called that. Did you know Gaia Online is based in San Jose, California?
Yeah.
I could have sworn that it came from Japan or something.
Nah. It's definitely got that anime feel, but not all what that is though.
Gaia Online demographics. What you got? That's not helpful.
Ion intruder drone.
Let's see here.
Good lord. Okay. That's not that. Okay. We don't have any evade. We need to get some right the fuck now. And then. Shit. That repair got taken before I could get it. Damn it. Okay. Let's do this. Pardon me. Skirmish.
hey, someone is there.
Yeah, it's Anubis
Alright.
92. He was with us some time ago, but I renamed the Linux after him since you are already in Linux. And now I'm gonna do something nasty.
I'm not sure I want to hear about this. Your nasty things that you do.
I'm going to cripple him. By repair.
How about an Anubis? Do you play WoW? Do you hang out on Gaia Online? Does Gaia Online even exist anymore? I feel like it must be a relic of a bygone age from before, like, Facebook. I wonder what the kids do nowadays. Maybe Google can help me.
Do we get hit? Our oxygen always gets hit, I swear. Always. Without question.
Would you rather they hit the weapons?
Agree. Okay, now I can hit them. Hit them where it hurts.
Children today would rather watch TV, play would rather watch TV, play computer games, or even do inside chores rather than go outside. I wonder why. Maybe because going outside sucks and it's boring.
That sucks. Kill the dicks out of their oxygen. Thank you. Okay. Let me go fix that again, please. Who's hurting? You two are hurting.
What do you think people would do if for some reason they couldn't drink? Like if all the alcohol just exploded.
All of it exploded. That'd be something.
Well, no, I mean, would everyone just die? Would they move on to, like, other drugs?
They move on to nuke.
No, I'm just like, people... I don't know. People spend... Never mind. Whatever.
Actually, I think I can choke them to death. Okay, everyone's at max health. Go back to your stations. Okay, because I want as much scrap as I can possibly hold. That guy's about to have a very bad day. You're not getting enough of them. And he's dead. He just stood there like, well, I'm dead. Okay, I have a new appreciation for ion weapons. How does it look? I can hit the repair. Okay. Sweet. Get some extra. Some extra drones. Okay, before I do that, max that up. Okay. I'm pretty set. Alright, you ready, man, without a mission? We're gonna take on the rebel fleet.
That's great. I'm just reading this article about, no. Is something happening? I'm
Rebel
not. I'm.
flagship.
You're not screen sharing anymore, and I don't want to try and watch on the stream, so I don't actually know what you're doing.
There you go. I don't know why it fell off, but
Because you restarted FTL, remember?
you're right, you're right.
Oh boy, the Rebel flagship. Yay. I love the Rebel flagship.
Me too.
You know, I hated it enough when I was just playing FTL, and now I've got to watch you kill this stupid thing. Why don't we stream something that's actually fun, like Dark Souls?
Oh, we'll do Dark Souls one night. But that's gonna require, like, a lot. Like, at least
Really?
3 hours. Because, you know, I have to find my
Oh.
way around. I gotta get unrusty. I gotta unrust.
Yeah. I thought you meant, like, in terms of, like, setup, and I was like... well,
Setup? Nah, I got that. I got that in the bag.
Oh, which I need to get Dark Souls on Steam.
Oh, yeah. It's
How much is
fantastic.
how much is the Prepare to Die edition going for?
Like $20, maybe cheaper.
Yeah, $20. Do you think there's any likelihood that it's going to be on sale ever?
Possible.
I guess you never really know on Steam. It's
True.
Oh, but I need to get a controller too. But yeah, I'll get that on PC, and then we can do it co-op style. Dark Souls only has a Metacritic score of 85. GTA 5 has got like a 98.
Oh, shit.
People are fucking stupid is what they are. Except for whoever is watching this stream, which is Anubis, I guess, because I'm not actually watching the stream. So, good work, Anubis. You're the only non-stupid person. Don't abuse your power.
Okay, we won't need the defense anymore. Hull repair is fine. We can keep the power in there. We're gonna keep hitting them with as much ion as possible.
You know, it's a sadly boring game.
This one?
Is Portal 2.
Yeah.
But that's what happens when you make a video game that is just literally like, people liked Portal, so we will make more Portal because it's guaranteed to make money.
My defenses are impregnable, and my style is impetuous.
Like, it's not a bad game, but being what it is, it's kind of impossible to avoid comparing it to the original Portal, And the original Portal is just special in a way that Portal 2 is not. I mean, you know, the internet has done its goddamn best to suck every last ounce of fun or enjoyment out of the original Portal with, you know, their memes and all the stuff the internet does to ruin good things. But still, if you ignore all that.
True. Oh shit, so. Did I send out a hacking game? No, I didn't have to. Okay, good.
So what are you gonna do when you decide to actually play this game on hard and you can't use this strategy against the flagship anymore?
Oh, I'm actually using both of the new strategies I've adopted by lighting each and every single one of these plays tactical on fire. Because I'm killing all of their little people, because I'm tired of them being alone. Once I kill everyone on that ship by either choking them to death, then I light all of the rooms on fire. That keeps the place from reinitializing, and it keeps their weapons from reactivating. I just happened to pick that up at the last moment. As you saw, I was killing these people with this weapon. I only did it faster because I would have been doing it on this side first.
I need to try the Steam version of Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, I need to as well.
Well, because you remember they actually made the PC port of FF7 back when the game actually first came out.
Yeah, I played
So
that.
I'm wondering if this is just that version of the game, or if they actually touched it up for Steam.
I don't believe so. If we're not going to get an updated graphic version of that, then I don't know. It might be stretching.
I do think it's funny how people keep whining like, you know, they don't like the new Final Fantasies because they are crap. You know, some of the new ones are crap. And they keep saying like, why don't you just remake Final Fantasy VII? And it's like, at least they're trying to do something new, even if it doesn't work out. Like Final Fantasy 13, which,
I know, right?
Christ. Well, that game is just.
You have a lot of disdain for that.
They keep the gameplay is like they tried to do some new things, and they also tried to kind of like respond to what the player base was saying, which is always a bad idea, but they had kind of somewhat good intentions. Where I guess people were complaining like, I want the games to be more linear. I don't like wandering around towns and talking to people and doing RPG things.
Hey man, with a mission. Check it out. They're on fire. All of them.
Yeah, that'll happen. So then they just turned it, you know, into like they just turned the whole game into one really long hallway where you don't. There's no decisions to make, no exploration. It's just 100% linear.
Yep.
And then they keep trying to do weird new things with like level up mechanics and stuff. And I liked Final Fantasy 12, you know, with the license system.
Yeah. The
license system was really weird, but I thought it worked for what it was. It probably wasn't as good as like just a standard RPG system, but you know, whatever. 13 is just like, because the thing is, it looks really complicated, but it's actually just 100% linear.
Exactly. I know that for a fact. I actually have a copy of Final Fantasy 13, 13-1 and 13 Lightning Returns that I got for $5.
It reminds me most of the sphere grid from 10.
Yeah, the Crystarium.
But 10 did it in a better way. where like if you got enough experience, then eventually like all the characters became exactly the same, you know?
Yeah, and they become horrifying monsters. Like, jumps up to something, flaps it with her wand, and does 99,000 damage.
But that's only if you like, I don't even know what you'd have to do. I guess there's grind for like infinite experience or whatever.
There is a level cap. But yeah.
But in 13, it's just 13.2 was better because Noel and Sarah are completely boring and not useless, but they're completely boring. But you could have a little pet monster.
Yeah.
You had basically a little team of pet monsters, and you could use one at a time in battle. And I thought that added a lot to the game because they often had a lot more like personality than any of the actual human characters who were all terrible. Especially in 13.2. 13.2 was like... Because you said... Have you ever played 13.2?
13.2. No, I saw the Let's Play by the crew with Medibot and all those other guys.
They didn't get very... Did they...
Yes.
They did the whole game, right?
They did 100% playthrough. It was Medibot, My Name is Kaz, Kung Fu Jesus, and I don't think it was Illuminatus Vespucci. Oh no! The crew is dead. Long live the crew.
But yeah, 13.2 has just... The 13 series has one of the worst cast of characters I've ever seen in a story. And the plot is just complete garbage.
Yep.
Like, yeah, it's like... It just doesn't make any sense. Like, it's completely... It's just bad writing. There's just tons of plot holes, and nothing that anyone does makes any sense. At least in the first game. 13.2 is, like... It's kind of got a much simpler plot, which helps. Even though it involves, like, time travel and stuff.
Yeah.
But the basic gist of the plot is, like, there's this guy who is cheesed off that his girlfriend died, so he has time travel power, so he tries to travel through time to stop his girlfriend from dying.
Yeah, it's Caius who's trying to help the Sirius by the name of Yule, and there's always a Yule in every single era, but she always dies at a very young age.
No, it's because it's multiple timelines.
Yeah, every time the timeline
it's
changes,
it's always the same Yule, but it's like did you ever actually watch Madoka Magica?
Dude, you forced me to watch the whole thing in one sitting.
No, the only thing I was gonna say is Homura keeps trying to save Madoka,
Yeah.
but they're not. It's like different timelines.
Oh, yeah.
So it's always the same Yule. It's just that he keeps failing to save her because I don't know. Because his voice is too deep.
My voice is so deep.
She just can't handle it. She hears it and her tiny little heart explodes because she's an itty bitty little person.
It's a little bitty girl.
But yeah, like 13.2, there were just the 13 series. There's just so many characters that I wish death on with so much unbelievable fervor.
I remember the first time, in fact, while we were playing FTL, that you had an amazing amount of fervor about that. You were just like, I want them dead. I cannot explain how much I hate them. And I don't blame you to any extent. I wholeheartedly agree. There's a lot of parts in that game that it's just... I mean, I don't mind Snow. I like what they were going for, but the execution was horrible.
Well, Hope is
Schnopp?
Snow is basically supposed to be Waka. He's
Yes.
like the exact same character. And I mean Waka was a completely unlikable, horrible dipshit too. So That's not really a good place to like. Do you remember the bit in Final Fantasy X when after the Albed get wiped out, and
Yeah.
Waka tries to comfort Riku by telling her that the explosions of her homeland and the deaths of all of her people are like happy fireworks?
That was horrible.
Dude, like, you were on an airship at the time. Like, it would have been so easy to just grab Waka by his stupid hair and fling him out the airlock.
Oh my god, that would have been funny as hell. Alright. How are we gonna do this?
I guess the biggest difference between Waka and Snow is that Waka somehow ended up with Lulu, which is just frankly impossible.
Yeah, it's only because, like, Waka looked like Chapu, and I guess maybe he grew as a man and she decided to like him or something like that.
That sounds, I would say unlikely, but completely impossible, I think is the more accurate term. That Waka, he's basically just like, he's like a surfer dude, except he doesn't surf. He just plays blitzball, which is the shittiest sport ever. I mean, if Tidus is like the star player of blitzball, that tells you how shitty a sport it is.
Of the Xanarkand Abes.
Oh god. That would be like if I was like the world's greatest basketball player, you would know instantly that basketball is clearly the shittiest sport ever and nobody should ever take it seriously.
God damn.
What are you complaining about now?
Shit.
Why? What's the problem here?
Everything. Deal.
You're fine. If you could win that other fight against the flagship, then, like, what are you even complaining about? Clearly the developers of FTL need to make this game much harder. If you were even capable of winning that completely stupid 4-hour fight.
Oh god. We seem to be on fire.
All the AI's just returning the favor.
They definitely are.
Except, unlike the AI, you lose if you lose your entire crew and your ship burns down.
Oh, that sound. I don't need that. Stop that. Misses.
Yeah, one of them hit.
No. It said miss just as it was exploding.
What was that? What kind of beam angle is that? What are you firing at? It's like, I will set this room on fire as well as the depths of space.
The depths of hell.
With all the fires of hell.
Yeah.
Isn't the flagship running on AI juice now?
Yes, it is.
Why does it have air?
Because it repaired all of its systems.
So? There's nobody on the ship to breathe the air. Like, it doesn't matter. What is up with your half-assed beam targeting?
because I only need that spot on fire.
It's like, I could hit more parts of the ship, or I could just fire off into space. They really hate that one empty room in the middle of your ship.
They really do. Close the doors. So close the goddamn door. Fire burn, fire hot. Okay. Now that we have level 3 shields, and their bullshit is over there, they cannot hurt us anymore, mainly because of the fire will continue, and now we can kill them.
You're not allowed to play this game on anything except hard anymore.
What?
Because you keep using the same strategy over and over. You just do like all the wikis or whatever say, where you just target the weapons batteries because there's no crew in there to repair them.
What are you talking about? I'm literally lighting the entire ship on fire.
Yeah, well, you don't always get a fire beam now, do you?
That's the interesting part. I look out for a fire beam or fire bomb. Any one of those, as long as I can get some flame going.
Well, that's... Why is Half Minute Hero subtitled Super Mega Neo Climax Ultimate Boy?
Because it's the crap version. The good version was on the PSP. That's where you could play like the different modes that they had, especially instead of those gimped versions that you had here with the other characters like Princess 30 and Evil Lord 30. Evil Lord 30 was awesome. It kind of felt like like StarCraft, and Princess 30 was like a run and gun shooter.
The best character is the princess with the bow gun.
Yeah, Princess.
Who apparently would turn to the ultimate evil lord into Badger.
Badger?
According to the opening cutscene of the second game.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And also, she doesn't actually fight. She just has a whole bunch of goons to fight for her.
Oh no, not exactly. She has her giant gun that shoots stuff. Her goons are her HP. If they're gone, then she gets hurt, and then she dies.
Look, you said that. You said a whole bunch of words, but it conflicts with my imagined up version of events, so I'm just going to reject your reality.
Oh no. Not the rejection.
No wind to hold.
I'll repair my hull. This will be a little ostentatious about that. One, okay. Done. Okay. That's done.
Yeah, it's a good game.
Which one?
It's Fallout New Vegas.
Yeah, that is a great game. I really want to get back to it.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. What should I upgrade?
Well, I'm looking at my copy of Deus Ex Human Revolution, so maybe enable the Icarus landing system?
It sounds like an idea. I'm gonna land face first right on the Rebel flagship.
It's not really how you're supposed to do it. Just saying.
Okay.
Pretty sure Adam Jensen did not land face first on things.
Huzzah! Huh?
What are you doing? Turning into deceased crab?
No. No way. When I say Hazama, I'm referring to like, what was the name of that thing? Blaz Blue. That's drone. Okay. do that. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Why are you taking so many holy shits?
Holy shit. Okay. We need them on board. Go, go. I need you to kill that thing now. Okay.
You take too long playing this game.
Tactical.
Who cares? It's just a stupid rebel flagship.
Ooh. The flames. Pivot shields. 8 on. Fix that.
I really wish I had like a button or something that I could just press to fuck with your playthrough.
If we were playing
It's
on
so much more
TeamSpeak,
entertaining.
that would be possible.
Just like push a button and suddenly your engines explode so you can't dodge shit anymore. Just or like suck your crew out into space.
Oh god, no, what?
I mean, I kind of do but only because I have a button that makes it so the next store you visit has all the things that you could ever want, but only while you don't have any scrap.
You know how many times I saw freaking weapon pre-igniter not in my grasp? It was... Oh my god.
It's my only solace.
Dude, we had a weapon pre-igniter for one of those instances. Just didn't work out the way I wanted it to, though. Okay, the flames will keep that going. Pike need to go. Okay. Oh shit. Run! Man without a mission wants your life.
You can't escape. I will follow you to the ends of the rebel flagship. And you can't even beam away.
Okay, that thing is down. Prepare them so we can get our boys home.
Did you ever play Bleed?
Wait, what?
So did you ever play Bleed?
What is bleed?
What is Bleed, you say? That might be the wrong name.
Does it have an ill in it?
Yeah, Bleed. So, you know, do you know No More Heroes, right?
Yeah.
Bleed has kind of the same plot. Basically, you play this lady named Rin, who wants to become the greatest hero of legend. Right? You follow me so far?
Yeah.
Because there's these 6 heroes of legend in her world who are very heroic and legendary and whatnot. And she, admires them and everything, wants to be like them.
Hey, thanks to the effort of Not Bad, we won. All of us.
I don't care.
I know.
I'm going to sabotage the ship and kill you in your moment of triumph.
No, that's the funny part. You almost did. You were following around Guggerbunk. You were like, "Hey, man, yeah, we're on the same team." You try to cut his head off.
I don't want to kill Guggerbunk. I just want to kill you. And then
But
betray
you're
your
not on
ship
the
to the
same
rebels.
ship. No, why?
Because I hate you and your stupid FTL. Anyway, yeah, so Bleed.
What about?
So Rin really admires these 6 legendary heroes.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to become a legendary hero, she decides that the only way to do it is she's got to go and murder the 6 legendary heroes.
What?
Like, you know, in No More Heroes, like, it kind of made sense. It's like, yeah, if you want to be a great assassin, you gotta kill the other great assassins, you know? But this one's like, no, I will be remembered as a hero throughout the land if I murder other heroes.
Murder everything. Murder everything.
So there's 7 stages where the first 6 are you battle through a stage and then you take on the legendary hero who's the boss of that stage. And then the 7th one is there's this blonde guy who looks like the hero from the first Half-Minute Hero.
Oh,
Who
hero?
is? Yeah, but he doesn't have a name.
Yeah,
And,
his name is Hero.
He doesn't. The guy doesn't have a name in Bleed either. But he basically takes credit for what you did, and all the people who are watching your battles on TV, he basically takes the credit for your kills, for Rin's kills. So people, understandably, are angry and upset that somebody has murdered their heroes, so they hate him. So Rin kills the other guy for stealing her thunder. So from the perspective of the world, this random guy murdered the greatest heroes of legend, and then Rin killed him and avenged them. So she gets to become a hero after all. So the moral of the story is just, you know, if you're not loved for the murders you commit, just commit more murder, and eventually it'll work out.
That's what I've been saying the whole time. Murder solves everything.
But like it's like a dual stick platform. It's like a dual stick platformer with where it's got pretty tight controls. It's got a nifty double jump, and there's like bullet time, slow down, and it's really good. I like it. It's much more entertaining than FTL.
Aw, really? But FTL is so tactical.
No, it's not.
Hey, Ion definitely showed the day. I had no idea, and I didn't give it its props. Ion totally won this fight.
Yeah, that's not tactical.
What are you talking about? It totally hit them in the face.
You're
It's like a whole
just-
bunch of thunderbolts.
The FTL is you are handed a randomized assortment of gear, and the only tactics is like, are you able to utilize this stuff effectively? Yes, no.
Yeah.
Like you're not like fucking Sun Tzu over here coming up with like clever original plans. You're just
Have you read my book, though?
The Art of FTL. I thought it was something else.
Yes, the big.
Everyone
book
thought it
of
was just the FTL art book, but then they open it and it's just full of your philosophical ramblings.
Actually, all of my philosophical ramblings create really nice shapes, like a smiley face, a couple of shapes, triangles.
I like how it's not the shapes of like the art from FTL. It's just apparently like triangles.
Yeah, you know.
Well, the ships are made out of triangles.
You put them all together page by page, and it creates a giant collage where it says, "Thanks for playing."
See, I would stream this game Roommates because it's like a dating sim and haha dating sims, but it's not an entertaining enough dating sim. Like, you know, you would need to be if there was like
Do you see this? My top one for the regular A class is called So Mad. The one for the B is called Not Bad.
Actually, you apparently have several not bads. What's up with that?
Oh, that's right. We died, restarted, and we got back and we fucking won.
I do notice, by the way, that as much as I have grown to loathe watching you play FTL, every time I actually am watching the stream and you're playing it, you just somehow magically are always able to get all the way to the end and subject me to as much FTL as possible.
It's just the cosmic dance of the universe where they want you to see this game being played. Wait, the Karanikov? What is this?
Gesundheit.
That's the name of the layout C, the Karanikov.
What kind of garbage ship is this?
I know, it only has charge laser. Oh, they want you to use beam. That's garbage.
It's got a power battery. What the fuck are you using it for?
It's to power this ostentatious pile of shit. And this one, too. Because they want you to... Okay, this is exactly what I just did on the previous run with this. But they want you to do it with drones this time.
This ship sucks. This game sucks.
This game is the best.
Why don't we just play Dark Souls?
We'll play Dark Souls, but as we light the Great Crucible, that Crucible will have us go into space, and then at that point, we pilot a ship.
Every game is crap compared to Dark Souls. Sometimes it feels like so good.
I don't know. What about Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance?
I mean, Revengeance is fun, but like, I don't know. I feel like if Platinum got a chance to like make a sequel or something and sort of improve on the formula and maybe make it longer. I don't know if that would actually, if a longer game would be a better one in the case of Revengeance. But it's like there's really fun elements to Revengeance, but I don't know. It's kind of short.
Yeah, I mean, I could beat it in like 2 or 3 nights on hard. I'm going through it again on very hard, and you saw how stupid that was getting.
Honestly, I kind of feel like the Metal Gear universe is not really the best fit for that kind of gameplay. I feel like it would be, there's potential for like a much better game that's just kind of an original sort of creation.
Yeah.
Where it doesn't have like the wacky setting and like the really weird characters and like the Hideo Kojima like info dumps and stuff.
It's nice when they're trying to set up the universe, but I can see what you're
Yeah, but who cares about the universe of Revengeance? Like, the universe literally only exists as something that Raiden can slice into a million pieces.
Makes my computer go to a stand crawl when you made something go into like 520 pieces.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
Like, who gives a crap about Sundowner and Armstrong and their stupid plan or whatever it was? It doesn't even make, their plan doesn't even make any sense. I mean, nothing in the game really makes any sense.
Yeah.
Because it's all written in that Hideo Kojima style where he thinks he's being like sort of realistic, you know?
Yeah.
But he's really just completely crazy and he has no idea what he's talking about. But it's still got enough of that like veneer of realism that people seem to respond to that. I mean, that's just his style, but it doesn't really fit Revengeance, I don't think. Like, if they just made a game that was, like, basically zero plot, that was literally just, like, you press new game and you're just, bam, you're a fucking, like, cyborg dude, and you're just slicing your way through. You know what? You know what's a game series that I always rag on is Dynasty Warriors.
Yeah.
If they made a Dynasty Warriors game that had Revengeance's gameplay, that's the gameplay that Dynasty Warriors needs to have.
To make it interesting?
Well, the problem with Dynasty Warriors is you're just kind of doing the same, like, two-move combo over and over and over against, an infinite sea of enemies.
I know. Can anyone
And
be a decent challenge?
well, it doesn't. Who cares about challenge? It's just boring. It's
I know.
incredibly boring because
I was quoting. What was it? Lubu from that series, which is supposed to be good, but I'm sorry, I just never found it interesting.
well, the main problem with Dynasty Warriors is it would actually be a much better game if they just made one tweak, which is that every enemy died in one hit.
Hmm.
Like if they did that, it would actually, I think, be a much better like gameplay model. So like only like the bosses and mini bosses, had like health bars or whatever.
Yeah.
But instead, it's like every single enemy has a health bar you need to whittle down, and there's like 10 billion of them.
That's
And they're not a threat to you, but you have to chew your way through them, and it's just this enormous like grind fest. But if it had like Revengeance's gameplay, where enemies die, they die pretty quickly. I don't remember if the standard cyborgs, Raiden generally can't kill them with one hit, right?
Yeah, he has to do like you get two good hits in, you parry their next hit, you either kill him then, or you can get him in a
That's right.
style move, or you get him in a style move, and then you can replenish all your HP by taking out their spawn.
Yeah. You can kind of kill them in one hit, but you've got to do something like that. You got to do something to show off your actual skill at the game, like a successful parry.
Oh, interestingly enough, at Awesome Games Done Quick earlier this year, a guy did a completely naked Revengeance difficulty speedrun of Sam's DLC, and he went through it in like 27 minutes, and he fought everything. He fought the bosses. He explained how he went through it. It was scary. Like the fact if you knew how the bosses would react in certain ways and how to like hold the attack, because Sam has that whole taunt move, which makes him take double damage, but essentially you take double damage and the opponents take double damage. And timing it right is insane. So like if you do things right and you got the right skill set, it doesn't matter how big or how lumbering the enemies are. If you do counter them and you do hit them at certain spots, you can kill them in 1 or 2 hits. Given.
You know what else would be a much better gameplay model for Dynasty Warriors is a God Hand.
Agreed.
Like if you were playing God Hand and they like fiddled with the controls so that it was easier to handle like big mobs of enemies.
Yeah.
But otherwise it was just like the same gameplay and there were just a lot more enemies.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I would totally be down with that. You would have to make some changes because God Hand generally like
it's a one player.
Gene starts to have a little bit. It starts to have some trouble handling mobs of guys if they're able to like get around behind him and stuff,
Exactly.
But so if you fiddled with that to kind of make it better suited to you fighting big mobs of enemies. Like if you had more like sweeping AoE type attacks.
I mean, he does have a few moves that are like, I think the mule kick was one of them that was good for a front amount of mobs. He had a spin kick of some sort, I think, that helped with mobs. I guess if he had some way of doing a combo into a tiny version of what was the name of that move? You know which one, the giant hand. the Shaolin Blast.
Yeah, yeah.
If you had a small version of that, like he jettisons his hand like 1 foot forward, but it's like a giant apparition of it, so that way he can get around mobs that are like closing in on him.
I mean, personally, I think that if you're going to have a game where the player is like one guy, but you fight big mobs of enemies, um, then the player character needs to be like super agile, or basically it's like the way that you have the way that you have to play to win is you have to outmaneuver the enemy and basically run around and kind of do like hit and run to weaken them while also avoiding them hitting you back because they outnumber you like 1,000,000 to 1
Yeah.
until you've taken out enough of them that you can sort of just jump into the rest of them and wipe them out with like some big cool like finishing move, and then you feel really badass.
Hell yeah.
Which I know I've played a game that plays like that, but it's not coming to mind.
Are we talking Mad World?
No, Mad World was just more like God Hand, where although it was easier than God Hand because you had like the context kills and you'd be invincible during them.
Oh yeah. Fucking put a signpost through someone's head, couple tires, throw them into a place, light them on fire, put a garbage like what was it, a barrel drum on them, and then throw them in a dumpster, or put them on a bed of roses and then kill them.
Yeah,
Really
I don't know.
terrible part.
I liked Mad World, but God Hand was like almost the same game but a lot better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was better because it didn't have to specifically be very gory. It just God Hand was a lot more flavorful. It knew itself it was a game. Mad World
It was just a lot more fun. It didn't take itself so seriously.
True. Oh man. Well, okay, imagine this. God Hand with the Black Baron.
I never actually saw the Black Baron fight.
No. I'm not talking about the fight. I mean just him in the game. Besides doing things like man golf and
Well, but God Hand has Elvis. Like, what
Okay.
more do you want?
Elvis and the Black Baron team up.
Elvis would just eat the Black Baron.
Yeah, he would. And then that would
Dude,
explain what you need to do.
The Black Baron gets slapped around by his like, what is she? His girlfriend?
Nah, it's probably just assistant.
What's so cool about the Black Baron? He's just kind of a dick.
He's just the coolest MFer alive, apparently. And he keeps coming back.
He's not cool. Elvis is cool. You remember how he leaves the room after the first boss fight? When for no reason he just very carefully and slowly opens the door and then slowly walks outside and then carefully and slowly closes the door behind him for no reason.
Yeah.
You and your Black Baron.
Hey, I'm just trying to cross promote.
Besides, Elvis was probably a lot more racist than the Black Baron.
To be fair, that is true. Oh wait, what was that lady that that was going after Elvis? I forget her name.
Shannon.
Shannon, that's right.
I mean, that Elvis is like a Hispanic stereotype, right? Like all Hispanic guys are like giant monsters that eat people with their stomachs, and they say "cabron" a lot.
I had that surgery, so my stomach biter is not actually there anymore. But I had a few other things done, so the stream will find out eventually. But for now, I still eat with the top half of my body.
Oh yeah, well you've got diabetes, so like, how does that affect like which kind of people you can eat?
Uh, it depends on the person. Like, some people are very stringy, but if you add a few spices, and it also depends on the clothes they're wearing because it really counts as fiber.
Well, because like some are like I would imagine some people are like more sugary than others, right? So you got to like watch out for that.
Yeah, that is true. And sugar does not necessarily mean if they're sweet or not. What it means is that how ripe they are.
Hmm. Well, so like how like from a diabetic standpoint, like how healthy would it be to eat Gene versus eating Jack from Mad World?
Well, Jack's had some like modifications to his body, so he has that chainsaw hand on. So you could essentially say it's like a hot dog with a piece of tinfoil stuck in it. Gene,
Hmm.
however, has a bit of tough meat, especially with something that I don't think is really digestible. So I think if I had to go buy it, I'd have to microwave Gene until his arm became like a popcorn like kernel. It popped open. I wouldn't be able to process it, but I'd still be able to eat it.
Well, there's a quite philosophical question: is can you microwave the God Hand enough to destroy it, or is it too invincible for that?
Not if it's concealed within the deistic brace. So you need a deistic brace microwave.
But the deistic brace probably isn't microwave safe. Like it's made of metal, right?
That is true.
Made of deistic metal.
Yes. Oh, what I mean is that you should get a deistic brace microwave, where the entire microwave is made out of the same material as the deistic brace.
Well, I mean, can you do that? Like, could you make a microwave out of that stuff?
Well, they did make a thing to seal the God Hand with it. Chances are they probably had to make a box for that stuff too. Remember,
Well, it's because
Azazel had to get them.
like aluminum and steel are good metals for like building stuff, but when you make a microwave, it's basically like a lead box, right? Because you have to contain the microwave. So having
Not
something,
entirely.
but
It,
I'm
it
like,
it has a dampening field around it because microwaves, when you activate them, still actually interfere with the Wi-Fi carefully nearby. So even if you're about like 4 feet away, if you're not careful, your cell phone is going to lose its like Wi-Fi connectivity. So some of that stuff is not going to be entirely contained. There's just an acceptable level that will get out that's like non-hazardous.
yeah, but
Annoying, but not.
the point I'm making is like, I mean, I got questions about the nature of the deistic brace. Like, where did Gene even get it? Did what's her name?
Yeah, it
Um,
was that lady.
Keeper of the God Hand.
Yeah, she had an axe. She was an axe cop.
Uh, he says her name in the God Hand song. What's her name?
Oh, man, it's been a long time.
Olivia, that was it. The girl who got me. The only
Olivia.
one it doesn't work on is the girl who got me into this Olivia.
Exactly.
Yeah, so like, did Olivia make the deistic brace?
Well, she's from the tribe that had the God Hand in general, and she does joke around with having that axe. And apparently, any of those demons or people who know of the God Hand can sever the God portion from the mortal portion, even
Well,
with something as crude as an axe.
that's because she took the God Hand and literally